That's me. My name is Phil.
And that's me. My name is Iva. This is now our home, a sailboat called Dali, and the Southeast Asian waters are our playgrounds.
We both quit the corporate world to follow our dreams of living on a sailboat.
During the first few years, we discovered the spectacular coasts of Malaysia, Thailand, and India.
We feel extremely lucky to have experienced this change of lifestyle, and now we want to encourage other people to do the same.
During our journey, we will be searching for Dreamcatchers, people that have taken the leap, changed their life, and given it a whole new meaning. If you've ever had that little voice in the back of your mind that now and again tries to convince you to break free, we want you to believe that it really is possible to make the change and live the life you dream of.
Yes, this is your invitation to climb on board. Come with us as we sail to exotic destinations off the beaten tourist track. We'll show you parts and people of Southeast Asia that you've never seen before.
This new chapter to our story unfolds here. We're in Phuket, Thailand. It's a friendly place for sailors and sailboats. So we sail to a little boatyard in the north of the island where we can take the boat out of the water.
This is a part of the process that always stresses me out a lot. I really don't like seeing Dali out of its element, but I know it has to be done.
A sailboat, or any boat as a matter of fact, requires a lot of maintenance. And to get ready for any trip, we always need to have proper planning and preparation.
There was so much painting, grinding, sweating and scraping done under the shade of the palm trees of Phuket, Thailand.
Yummy time.
Finally, after a few months of preparing the boat in Phuket, Iva, Dali and I were ready for our biggest voyage yet. Our next adventure would be a sail around Indonesia, and the first crossing would take us from Phuket to Pulau in North Sumatra.
Finally on our way to Sumatra.
Yeah, we just left Naiharn, Phuket this morning, and we have basically the perfect sailing conditions.
Perfect sailing conditions. C'est bon?
C'est délicieux. One of the most incredible things about sailing the open seas is the encounter with marine mammals, usually really cute dolphins. This time, we're even luckier, and for the first time ever, we meet pilot whales.
Look at them!
They're huge!
They're whales!
No! You think so? Look at them! Oh!
Wow!
Oh!
So last night we're approaching Aceh, north point of Sumatra. We're gonna check in Pulau, which is 45 nautical miles away from where we are. This is the busiest traffic strait for cargoes in the world. They're everywhere and they're huge and they're steel and we really don't want to hit them. Thank God we also have the radar that can help us here. You can see already there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boats around us. On a larger scale, there's dozens of them. So yeah, basically, sorry, there's not gonna be much sleep tonight. We're just gonna keeping watch, keep changing our course and trying to avoid the huge cargo ships.
Stay tuned and follow us as we explore Pulau, jump into crystal clear waters and discover the vibrant underwater sanctuary that thrives beneath the surface. Meet our friend Raja, who brings us one step closer to finding our first Dreamcatcher.
25 years ago, you stay here. I don't think so, Philip. Take stories. No, you become local.
Finally close to our destination. Beautiful sunrise. And it is rising on Indonesia because in front of us you can see Pulau Way.
Last night was insane. It was so tiring. It was so stressful. We saw maybe a total of 100 cargo ships and had to keep changing our route to avoid them. And it was really, really scary, but also very interesting experience. The first time I've steered around giant cargo ships like that in the middle of the night. And yeah, now I'm a little better rested and most of all excited to finally be here.
Reaching a new country by sea is always an exhilarating experience.
Arriving by boat requires to check in with the local authorities, the harbor master, customs, and immigration. Our dinghy is ridiculously small and unstable, so this makes for some really funny trips. Luckily, everyone's up for a laugh.
As soon as we get the green light, we head to land and start visiting the little city of Sabang.
Sabang is the capital of Pulau Way, and it gives us our first taste of Indonesia.
What is the name?
Is this one?
Yes.
Omelette, martabak.
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 Looks delicious.
Sabang is an exciting introduction to Indonesia, but we're eager to discover Pulau Way's natural beauty. We sail to Iboi Beach, a quiet touristic spot nestled between two islands, Pulau Way and Pulau Rubia.
So we have just anchored in this beautiful spot here. It's a bit of a tricky spot to anchor because there's lots of coral boomies everywhere around us. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some fenders to hold the chain up in the water so that it's not dragging at the bottom and wrapping around the coral heads, damaging the coral and getting us stuck. But instead it's going to be floating in the water, and I'll show you how it's done. So this is a technique that has been made famous by Bernard Moitessier. Bernard Moitessier is a famous French sailor, and he's inspired a lot of us to sail. I mean, I've definitely been inspired by Bernard Moitessier. I probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for him. And get your fenders. The fenders are the things we usually use in the marina to keep us from banging against the docks. And we just let the fenders go in the water, and they're gonna hold the chain up.
We tie fenders to the chain every 10 meters. This keeps the chain suspended in the water. We use this technique to do everything we can to protect the beautiful coral around us. Meanwhile, inside the boat, Iva is getting dinner ready in the kitchen.
I'm making empanadas.
What are empanadas?
Empanadas are a traditional Argentine dish. They're made from dough, and they're like stuffed little pockets of dough basically, and they're delicious. And I'm making them because I miss my family, and they're all in Argentina without me. So sadly we don't have beef, which is the best kind of empanada. So we're gonna have tuna and onion, and we have some olives and tomatoes. Then I made another traditional Argentine one, which is with corn and cream. It's called humita. And last, I'm gonna make Iva variety, which is gonna be tomato and feta cheese, because we have feta cheese, which is amazing.
Sounds exciting.
Sounds exciting. Phil has no faith in me. He's been telling me, are you sure you want to make empanadas? I don't think you should do this. Because every time he thinks I do something, he thinks it's going to be a disaster.
No, it's just I don't want you to get tired. I could have just caught a fish.
Such a lie. I could have just caught a fish. You caught a fish yesterday. Today is empanada day. Cooking is one of our main activities on the boat. We're often far from land and must rely on ourselves to cook 3 meals a day. Is that a baby? It's a baby. We're very lucky to have an oven on board that allows us to make lots of different dishes. Yay, empanadas. The crystal clear water of the anchorage is so pretty. There are fish everywhere, and it all just takes our breath away. So we jump right in and go snorkeling. The color and the clarity of the water are unbelievable. We just can't get enough, so we arranged to go scuba diving the very next day.
The underwater life in the area is just breathtaking. We're excited to see coral like we've never seen before. Moray eels, lionfish, pufferfish, and so many more. We're happy to learn that the Indonesian government has made this a wildlife protection area. The result is obvious in the thriving ecosystems here.
Back on land, we walk on the hillside path, marveling at the bright green and turquoise colors of Iboe Beach. It's here that we make our first friend of the trip, Raja.
My name is Raja. I grew up in Pulauwe. I stay in Pulauwe Island. Wake up, do some snorkel diving, see some waterfall, something to see and beaches, some volcano. And the rest is sunset.
We spend a lovely day following Raja around the island. Pulauwe attracts quite a bit of tourists and even the occasional sailor. That's how, a few years back, Raja became a crew on an Italian sailboat. He tells us about his very own sailing adventure.
Almost in the boat for 1 month. We sail around Maldives, some island, Philippines, Vietnam. Yeah, it was big wave, and then we stopped in Taiwan. I mean, nice to meet people from far away. Thanks, nice to meet you, Philip. Yeah, so nice sailor. The first time I meet nice sailor in this island in Pulauwe.
Raja really piques our interest when he tells us of Jean-Philippe, a French national who has chosen Pulauwe as his home.
35 years ago, he stayed here, so like local people already. She talk out Chinese, she stay longer, and everywhere, anybody there. I don't think so, Philip. He's tourist. No, he become local.
We are thrilled when Raja tells us about his dreams for the future.
Yeah, I wanna build my own boat for sure. In some point, if I can build some boat, I will. Freedom in ocean.
It has been amazing to have Raja welcome us to Pulauwe. We are really gonna miss him. Up next, we search far and wide for our first Dreamcatcher. His name is Jean-Philippe and his story is inspiring. 20 years ago, he made his dream a reality. Find out why he decided to call this island home.
Où tout le monde avait le sourire, où les gens saluent la main grande ouverte, toujours le sourire. Je suis jamais parti depuis 20 ans. J'ai trouvé un coin paradisiaque.
We could be on the verge of meeting our very first Dreamcatcher. Someone who has left everything behind and made his dream life an everyday reality. So today we're gonna try to go and have a chat with him, find him first, and see what it is about this lifestyle that he loves so much.
We rent a bike and drive around Pulauwe searching for Jean-Philippe. The lush and mountainous beauty of the island amazes us at every turn. We make it to the white sandy shores of Pantai Pasir Putih, just in time to see Jean-Philippe leave on his boat. What bad luck, we just miss him.
Today was a train wreck. We rented a bike, which is pretty expensive around here, to go halfway across the island to find the French guy. And as we get there, we see him leaving into the distance on his boat to go fishing. We may have missed him by about 15 minutes, so we were just standing there on the beach trying to wave to him. Obviously, he didn't see us. And yeah, on the way back, we went to the ATM, as normal people do, and the machine kept our card, which in any other situation would be like maybe a little bit of an inconvenience, but here we're very far. It's a pretty remote island. It's so hard to find someone that communicate with. So hard to explain our problem, and yeah, we can't.
So what are you gonna do for money?
What are we gonna do for money? We're gonna beg. I don't know. I don't know. We can't get our card back. They will destroy it, and we've canceled it. But obviously, we can't get a new one shipped anywhere because we have no permanent address.
What about the French guy? What are you gonna do about him?
The French guy, we're gonna continue hunting the French guy down. I don't know. We're gonna harass him until we get an interview. I really want to know what he's been doing here for 25 years. My phone no longer works. These are the messages I'm getting. So it's been a very, very, very frustrating day, to say the least.
The next morning, we head out ready to track Jean-Philippe down. But the odds are still against us as we are stopped by heavy tropical monsoon rain.
So the rain has arrived on our second day of trying to find the Frenchman, and luckily it rained all morning, so we are prepared. But still, as you can see, it's really not ideal weather to go driving around the whole island.
The clouds finally part and we meet Jean-Philippe on the beach. He's about to take his boat back to the harbor together with his son and invites us to join them.
We arrive at a very pretty little harbor full of colorful fishing boats built in the typical Achenese design, and Jean-Philippe begins to share his story.
Voilà, salut, je suis Jean-Philippe, je suis Hierrois de naissance. J'étais ramoneur en France pendant des années, puis un beau jour, et plein de petits métiers, un beau jour j'ai décidé de changer de vie. Et voilà, ça fait 20 ans que j'habite dans ce super coin, cette petite île géniale, où je suis devenu pêcheur. Voilà, tous les jours on est entre la mer, les copains d'ici qui sont de partout, et une autre vie, voilà. Tidak, maksudnya dia mau saya bicara sama dia bahasa Prancis, kerja kalian apa? Jadi kalau papa masih nyelam ya, abang nyelam juga, ini mancing ya. Alors en fait, celui de droite, ce monsieur et ce monsieur là-bas, c'est des plongeurs, ils plongent avec des compresseurs. Ils vont comme Tintin et Milou avec le machin qui tourne et ploup 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 et ils descendent sous l'eau. Celui de droite, lui, c'est un pêcheur. Voilà. Donc eux, ils descendent à 20-30 mètres avec leurs tuyaux derrière qui sont accrochés, ils s'attachent avec une ficelle. Ils se mettent une grosse pierre dans le dos pour pouvoir... je fais bien les... itu bagus ya, nampaknya ya. Mengerti apa saya bicara ya? Pun pakai tangan ya. Ditaruh batu ke sini, tembaikan lagi. C'est une autre façon de vivre, quoi. C'est une autre façon de voir les choses. C'est pour ça qu'ici, depuis 20 ans, je n'ai jamais vu quelqu'un se crier dessus, s'engueuler. Quelqu'un qui coupe la route avec des mobylettes, personne ne klaxonne, jamais d'accident. C'est une autre vie. Ici, je pense qu'ils sont beaucoup plus heureux. Et ils acceptent beaucoup plus quand il y a des problèmes, ils les acceptent et différemment de nous, quoi. Allez, venez. Apa mau bayar kopi? Voilà, c'est là le rassemblement. Le débriefing se passe ici et le briefing du matin se passe ici aussi. You have coffee, my friend? 1, 2, 3 coffee. Little sugar. Lebo kopi buka. En fait, la langue indonésienne, vu que depuis le départ, je vis dans un village, il n'y a pas de touristes, il n'y a personne, donc on parle que de ça, on parle que de cette langue. Donc ça a été très très vite, à mon avis. En 6 mois déjà, ça devait être déjà beaucoup, quoi. Coba tahan 2 hari tidak merokok. Ini hari kedua nih.
Kenapa nggak merokok?
Saya coba berhenti sekali lagi. Dari kemarin mau pergi warung kopi, mau minum kopi. Saya pikirku, saya minum kopi, saya isap rokok. Tidak mungkin. Tadi mau minum kopi juga, mau datang ke sini. Bilang, jangan Philip, jangan. Tahan aja.
Tahan aja. Beli berapa?
Masih lama, 52.
52? Mana ada 35 kan?
So,
Kamu?
nyawa umur 35. Kalau bodinya sudah 52.
Bon, déjà est sûr, c'est que mon travail, donc je suis ramoneur. En France, je suis saisonnier. Donc automatiquement, j'avais du temps libre. Beaucoup de temps libre. Ce temps libre, c'était intéressant de voir autre chose et d'apprendre autre chose. De voir autre chose que ce que j'avais vécu pendant 30 ans en France, quoi. Donc, ce premier voyage en Inde, je suis retourné 3 fois en fait. Parce que ce premier voyage en Inde, c'était comme une porte. Après la Malaisie, donc, je suis arrivé en Indonésie, où tout le monde avait le sourire, où les gens saluent la main grande ouverte, toujours le sourire. Et effectivement, il y a 20 ans en arrière, il y avait une télé au carrefour là-bas en noir et blanc, il n'y avait pas de route goudronnée, il n'y avait pas de maison, il n'y avait pas tout ça. En 20 ans, ça a vachement évolué, quoi. Et donc voilà, je suis resté coincé ici, dans cette île, quoi, dans ce village-là. Je ne suis jamais parti depuis 20 ans, j'ai trouvé un coin paradisiaque. C'est tous des trucs qui sont simples, quoi. Pour changer de vie, c'est simple en fait. C'est juste, il faut s'adapter. Et après, vous amenez du bon dans un pays et vous aurez que du bon. Il n'y a aucun pays, dans tous les pays où j'ai été, où j'ai amené du bon et j'ai eu du mauvais, jamais. Chaque fois, j'amène du bon et bon, le mauvais, je sais pas où il est. Mais chaque fois que j'amène du bon, je reçois du bon. Dans tous les pays où j'ai été, ça a toujours été sympa. Tous les contacts avec tous les gens, qu'ils soient musulmans, hindous, bouddhistes, n'importe quoi, tous les gens, ils sont sympas. En fait, ça sert à rien de se regarder la glace parce qu'on se voit, alors que la meilleure chose pour se voir vraiment, c'est de regarder les gens qui sont en face de vous. C'est le reflet de leurs yeux quand ils vous regardent, leur sourire quand ils vous regardent, c'est ça, quoi. Voilà, c'est la glace. La glace, c'est les gens, c'est le regard des gens. Ça, c'est la glace. Mon fils, il vit une jeunesse que n'importe quel enfant au monde aimerait vivre. Regardez, ils sont pas bien là au bord de la plage à s'amuser, tous les gosses là tous ensemble. Ça rigole, on n'a pas peur pour les enfants, ils se baignent tout seuls, il n'y a même pas les parents qui surveillent. Ils n'ont même pas de brassière, ils attrapent un bout de bois, un coquillage et ils s'amusent comme des fous. C'est pas ça la vie, c'est ça la vie pour les enfants. Mais putain, je souhaiterais à tout le monde de faire ce changement là. Si quelqu'un pouvait arriver à faire un changement pareil, sortir de tout ça.
What beautiful and inspiring words from Jean-Philippe, our very first Dreamcatcher. He is living proof that anyone can give new meaning to their life. We will remember his words as we sail on in the search of our next Dreamcatcher. Coming up, the search for the Dreamcatchers continues. Make it through the rough weather to surfers' paradise and the biggest swell in Indonesia. Experience the highs and lows of life on our sailboat. Explore inland and discover volcanic lakes and secret passages through beautiful mangroves. Make new friends in villages that have never before seen a sailboat. Hear the nature roar in the wilderness of tumbling. Climb up an active volcano. And all the while, let yourself be inspired by our Dreamcatchers and their beautiful stories.